Okay. So you came to us for vertigo treatment.
Yes.
And my first question for you then is, how long did you have vertigo and did something bring it on?
You know, at the time I didn't know what brought it on. All I know is I saw sideways and it was spinning and it was really scary. It lasted about a week and a half before I went to the doctor, and he referred me to you guys, which I was really happy to go to a physical therapist.
Good. And vertigo, is that something new for you?
Yes.
Have you ever experienced
Never
it before?
happened. No, never happened.
Okay. So you got to your doctor within about a week and a half, and then he referred you for PT.
Yes, here to Gordon Physical Therapy. Yeah.
Great. And then prior to that, did you know that physical therapy could help with vertigo?
I didn't know the miraculous things that physical therapy could do. I've been here since for other things. But I was just amazed the training that Jamie had. Jamie's the one that helped me. And she gave me the history of what vertigo is and what causes it. So I understand it a little bit better now.
Yeah, you didn't need to understand it before you had it.
No, it was scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it like, just for someone who's maybe experiencing it or not as familiar?
It was like I was on a Ferris wheel, but it was at an angle and it was moving very, very rapidly to where I couldn't walk at all. How my doctor wanted me to drive to his office, I don't know, but I did.
Yeah. And would you get that sensation just at certain times or with certain movements?
You know, that's a good question. The first day I got it, it was a surprise, and then I kept track every other day I had it, and I didn't know when it was happening. So I was pretty much staying, in my apartment or on the couch. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And then so for those folks that are watching, you had BPPV.
Yes, I did. Uh-huh.
Yeah. How was that explained to you, what that even was?
Yeah, well, what Jamie said, there's little tiny thin hair follicles in our ears, and there's crystals that are along with those. And if the crystals get dislodged in a different organ in the ear, they affect your balance and your head movement, and it's off. So I found out I had been keeping pretty stationary and not moving my head a lot. So they were getting lodged in the one spot. It was on one side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. And then when you finally came in for treatment, then what was that like? What happened there?
It was it was close to a miracle for me because I had no idea how important physical therapy was, to be honest with you. And I was calm, relaxed. I mean, she made me calm and relaxed. She was very personable, and she knew I was a little bit nervous. And she just gave me specific instructions. I didn't have to take any clothes off. And
That's good.
With my head, and she told me ahead of time, what we were going to do, some movements. And I eventually got to a point where I was in a different movement, and Jamie got excited because my eye was going up and down, so that meant I really did have the PPV, whatever. And so then she said, well, let's take a break, and then she had me try it again, and I had to stare at one spot for 30 seconds, and it's common to get nauseous. So I did get nauseous, but I stuck it out, and then I went to the bathroom real quick, but I was fine. So, but we did that twice. I didn't have to come back after that, but I did because she gave me things I could do to prevent it and made me more aware of my body and balancing and how it works. So,
awesome.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So it sounds like she probably took you through the Epley maneuver twice.
Yes, she did. She did.
Great.
Yeah, she did.
I was curious, after you had the treatment, did you know right away that it had a positive effect, or did it take a day or two to feel good?
Oh, no, I knew right away.
Okay.
I knew right away. I'm trying to think back. I think it was last summer maybe, or in the fall. I think I went home and kind of took it easy on the couch, which I like to do anyway. I came in the afternoon. But then it didn't come back.
Yeah.
And Jamie gave me the encouragement to do certain exercises so I didn't have to do it again. So the treatment she gave me, I could do myself at home.
Great.
So I haven't had it since.
That's awesome. Yeah, there are a few things in physical therapy that are as instantly rewarding as vertigo, because you can, if you get it right, you have that immediate relief.
Yeah.
And then people like you sometimes just have a couple visits and they're good to go, and then do some extra exercises.
Yeah.
That's great. So obviously, besides not having vertigo, is there anything that you like best about coming into the clinic?
It felt like I was coming into family. Everybody, as soon as I walked in the door, personable, greeted me. Even with, we had masks on, so maybe it was in the fall that happened. So,
Yeah.
you know, for the COVID, everybody's stressed out anyway, but I just felt comfortable. They, you know, took my temperature, have a seat, real friendly, and got me right into a space. When we were talking about the billing, I wasn't sure how it worked, but I did have a referral for this particular thing. And they just took my insurance card. It wasn't a lot of paperwork. It was quick. And I just felt like I knew them every time I talked to them on the phone, and came in again, hi Wendy, because I did come back for other things, as I said later on. I liked it here so much I didn't want to get fixed.
Good deal. So we like to hear. Okay, last question I have for you then, Wendy, is what would you say to someone who's in your situation where they're having that vertigo? What would you say to them if they're not sure what to do about it?
I've already talked to 2 people about it, and one did come in this morning. It was for something else, but it was for her back. But I shared with them how it helped here. I recommended Gordon Physical Therapy because I can't recommend any other ones because I haven't been to any other ones.
Yeah.
And I trust my doctor a lot. I just told them it's manageable. You don't need to go to a specialist. You don't need to have surgery. You don't need to go to your doctor. Go to a good physical therapist. Go to Gordon Physical Therapy.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, great way to end the video.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
I hope it gives people some insight into what it's like to have vertigo and get good treatment.
And I'm 68 years old, so just for the older people to know that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thanks again, Wendy.
Thank you.